Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Royal Camel Corps wins His Majesty's Cup at the 2019 annual Camel Race Festival. His Excellency the Minister of the Interior meets the head and the members of Higher Committee for the 9th Shura Council members' elections. And the Petroleum Development Oman reveals that it invested more than 15.5 million Omani riyals in dozens of CSR projects. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The Royal Camel Corps won His Majesty's Camel Race Cup for 2019 in the conclusion day of the annual festival for camel racing. The event was organized at Al Falaj racetrack in the Wilaya of Barka. It came to embody the care given by His Majesty the Sultan to Omani traditions in general and camel traditional sports in particular. The Royal Camel Corps also achieved the other 4 rounds in this race, while the 6th round was won by Amr bin Salim al-Zar'i. The conclusion ceremony included the performance of various camel shows and traditional arts. The event was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed al-Ftaisi, Minister of Transport and Communications. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal al-Busaidi, Minister of the Interior, met with Honorable Dr. Khalifa bin Mohammed al-Hadrami, Head of Higher Committee for Election of Shura Council members for the 9th term, with the presence of His Excellency Engineer Khalid bin Hilal al-Busaidi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Interior, along with members of the committee within the preparations for the elections. During the meeting, His Excellency the Minister valued the role of Higher Committee in supervising and monitoring tasks and procedures for the upcoming elections. Petroleum Development Oman carried over 36 CSR projects investing more than 15.5 million Omani riyals. The statement was released during a press conference after signing 4 agreements with Information Technology Authority, Madayin, Omani Food Investment Holding Company, and the Omani Authority for Partnership for Development. The agreements aim at creating more job opportunities. In a statement to Oman TV channel, PDO chairman said that the Omanization reached 81% in the company and PDO will continue to create more sustainable jobs. During 2018, Omanization in the oil and gas sector reached over 80% after securing more than 17,000 jobs. Supervision and auditing on the banking apparatus of Gulf Cooperation Council countries were the center of discussion at the 72nd meeting of the Committee of Governors of Monetary Establishments and Central Banks at GCC countries. It was held in Muscat and hosted by Central Bank of Oman. The meeting also dealt with topics related to joint dialogue between monetary establishments and central banks in the GCC countries in one side and some economic groups and blocs in the other side. It also discussed using latest technology in the financial sector and exchanging expertise and ways of coordination among GCC countries in various monetary issues. The engineering services at the Ministry of Defense celebrated its annual day. The celebration included documentaries on the role of engineering services in supporting the Sultan's armed forces in various fields, in addition to musical pieces and a national play. After that, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harab al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, honored the excelled of the affiliates of the engineering services in appreciation for their efforts in various events. Within its efforts towards digital transformation and facilitate its services, the Ministry of Defense launched its Excellent Award for Electronic Services among directorates of the Ministry of Defense and divisions of Sultan's Armed Forces. The prize aimed at encouraging them to speed up works with regard to enhancing performance and improving work efficiency. It also seeks to encourage all directorates and divisions to activate e-services as to meet work needs. The launching ceremony was presided over by Major General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of Sultan Armed Forces. The Royal Navy of Oman, RNO, celebrated the graduation of a new batch of officers' course in a ceremony held at the military parade ground in Saeed bin Sultan Naval Base under the auspices of Air Vice Marshal Matar bin Ali al-Ubaidani, Commander of Royal Air Force of Oman. During the ceremony, the chief guest granted long service and good conduct medals to a number of RNO personnel. Some prizes were also distributed to top graduates. The event was accompanied by military shows, followed by RNO music band performances. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Omani students in Cairo, Egypt participate in a forum organized by the October the 6th University.
Why is competition good for businesses? Businesses compete in things like price, quality and service to win new customers who could be other businesses as well as consumers. Being competitive can mean more customers choose you rather than your rivals. But when businesses collude and don't compete, this can lower down the quality and service and the consumers paying more than they should. This is an unlawful practice and can stop consumers from getting more options on goods and services with better quality and better prices. That's why the Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Law was issued to regulate the freedom of practicing any economic activities and stabilize the principles of the market rules and freedom of pricing in such manner that the same shall not restrict competition, prevent the same or be negatively affected, thereby to benefit consumers, businesses and the national economy. Breaching any of the law's clauses could lead to prison sentences and fines up to 100,000 Omani Riyals. The punishment can also include paying 10% of the total annual sales of the products subject of the violation, as well as damage to the business's reputation. Help us in preventing anti-competitive activities by contacting the following numbers. And to know more about the law and the prohibited activities, please visit our website www.cmc.om. Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Center.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Ministry of Legal Affairs organized a seminar on commercial law in cooperation with Oman British Lawyer Association. The seminar highlighted various relevant areas like tenders, law, contracts, drafting and construction agreements. The event was held under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Mohammed Al-Saidi. In an interview by Oman Channel, His Excellency the Minister of Legal Affairs stated that the ministry provides consultation services to the government in tenders exceeding 500,000 Omani Riyals. Speakers in this seminar addressed commercial dispute resolution through arbitration process and value-added tax. The Special Economic Zone Authority in Duqm signed a usufruct agreement with Sultan Qaboos University to establish research centers in several fields. According to the agreement, the authority will allocate a land with an estimated area of 20,000 square meters, and the university will establish on the allocated land research centers in the fields of marine biology and maritime navigation, disasters and earthquake, besides cultural, social, economic and industrial studies. The agreement was signed by His Excellency Yahya bin Saeed Al-Jabri, Chairman of the Board of Directors of CZAD, and His Excellency Ali bin Saud Al-Bimani, Vice Chancellor of Sultan Qaboos University. Board of Trustees for vocational colleges discussed in their second meeting this year means to develop work processes to follow up with graduates and assist them in securing jobs. During the meeting, the board reviewed the executive work procedures for the strategic vocational learning and training plan and on-site student training programs, as well as changing the names of some majors in the College of Marine Sciences in the Wilaya of Al-Khabura. A SIAD proposal to develop the human capital and essential skills in the logistics market was also reviewed. The meeting was headed by Her Excellency Dr. Muna bin Salim Al-Jardaniya, the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Manpower for Technical Education and Vocational Training. His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Mahrzi, Minister of Tourism, toured this morning Dabab Resort, currently under construction in Dabab seaside area in the Wilaya of Qurayat. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i.
In an effort to contribute towards boosting number of tourist facilities in Oman, work is underway to complete the construction of five-star Dabab Resort, which is planned to be completed in the first quarter of 2020. Dabab Resort, located in the picturesque coastal strip halfway between Muscat and Sur, directly on pristine beach, will consist of 92 rooms, which will create a new tourist destination in the map of Oman.
This area was strategically selected because of its beauty, where the mountain meets the sea.
Dabab, it is a beautiful place. The area is so beautiful. It will definitely boost the tourism in the area, and it is added value to Qurayat.
This project will indeed benefit people of this area and will boost tourism due to its beautiful location.
The design of the resort have taken into account the local environment to maintain the natural surrounding of the area for every visitor to enjoy. During the function, a signing ceremony took place to finalize partnership with Melia International for operating the resort. We are very happy that this project is constructed here, which will benefit the local inhabitants and all Omanis. We are very happy. The project is a platform for a local community to showcase the natural beauty and the beauty of the culture and heritage with the hospitality of the Sultanate. This resort, with its beautiful location, will indeed create new tourist destination in the Sultanate. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Qurayat.
The Ministry of Health, represented in Kidney Dialysis Unit in ASEEP, organized a forum for patients with kidney failures. It shed light on aspects related to ways of prevention from kidney diseases, as well as spread awareness in the community, in addition to acquaint the families of the patients on how to deal with such cases. The event witnessed participation from government officials and members of the community. October 6th University in Cairo organized the International Cultural Festival. The Omani Student Club participated in an exhibition displaying Omani heritage and handicrafts and joined other nations in reflecting their national identities. The Omani exhibition included traditional cloths, jewelry, silverware and clay works, as well as collection of pictures that reflect the geographical and cultural diversity in Oman. The industrial dates complex for the Million Date Palm Plantation project will be in operation next year, as affirmed by officials during their tour to the project farm in Al-Dakhiliya Governorate. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi has more details in the following report.
Taking advantage of cutting-edge modern technology in irrigation and agricultural and horticultural work, the 1 Million Date Palm project is witnessing a steady progress, as revealed by officials during their tour to Nizwa Farm in Al-Dakhiliya Governorate.
This 1 million project, of course, started to give its productions, and this is very economic things, because the production will cover the cost, and I'm very pleased that the water which has been used is recycled water, and the soils and the technologies and all sophisticated things which has implemented in this project is of course giving a great product.
Al-Dakhiliya Governorate is home to two farms, Nizwa Farm and Samail Farm. Both farms accommodate 30,000 date palm trees.
Alhamdulillah, we have started the production from last 2 years, and this year's the estimated production is 1,800 tons. And this production will increase up to 96,000 tons per year.
Nizwa Farm accommodates 20,000 date palm trees, mainly the species known as Al-Fard, Al-Khalas, and male date palms. This farm also hosts the industrial complex for dates and other date palm products. Samail Farm accommodates 10,000 date palm trees and will host the central lab for date palm trees.
Nakhil Oman Development Company. This company, with the shareholder 50% of D1, 50% with Tanmiyah, this company will take care of the production and the post-harvest activities of this 1 million date palm plantation project. Either those manufacturers or product which will deeply depend on the dates itself, or the product which depend on the byproduct.
The 1 million date palm project targets to achieve a number of goals spanning the agricultural, economic, environmental, social, and research fields in the country. With the implementation of scientific research and modern technologies, this project will contribute in achieving food security in the Sultanate. From the Wilaya of Nizwa, Salih bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Al-Dakhiliya Governorate.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates, with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coasts of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be southeasterly to south light to moderate. Seas will be slight, with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Royal Camel Corps wins His Majesty's Cup at the 2019 annual Camel Race Festival. His Excellency the Minister of the Interior meets the head and the members of Higher Committee for the 9th Shura Council members' elections. And Petroleum Development Oman reveals that it had invested more than 15.5 million Omani riyals in dozens of CSR projects. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.